In this video, I'm going to be walking you through step by step exactly how I reached 1.8 million accounts using Instagram alone, and more specifically, what I did with those accounts reached to actually convert views into customers. I'm going to be breaking down the exact frameworks and content creation processes that I used so you can do the same thing for your personal brand. So there are a few pillars that went into what allowed me to, get this reach on social media in the first place. And so those pillars really stem down to being consistency, quality, and research slash analysis. And so when it comes to quality and consistency, those both tie in with this system right here, which I run, which is a content like operating system. And so I just call it the content center. And so this is a huge reason for the consistency and for the quality too. Because when you have something like this and you can plan all this stuff out, you're assuring that it's going to be high quality because you're taking the time to plan out these scripts, get the quality ideas down. You're not just throwing up a camera and making yourself film some really bad like ChatGPT content. You're actually taking the time to plan it out in the first place, which is of course quality, but at the same time consistency. Because you can see right here, there's a lot of ideas that you can just stack up. And when you have so many ideas, and when you just do some scrolling, get some inspiration, you're never really going to run out of ideas. And so that is like consistency, and that is quality, which is a huge part of content succeeding on social media in the first place. And there's other parts to quality, of course, which I'm going to go over. But the next topic of things here is more so the analysis, the research, the analysis, basically being like open-minded and actively looking at the back end of like what your content's really going to do. Are people going to enjoy looking at it? Stuff like that. And so with that said, what you can do is you can build up a competitors list. And so this is going to allow you to see like everyone else in your niche and kind of categorize them and really just, take a look at what they're doing. And you can also just, while you're scrolling, you can see like what they're doing, why it's working, what their funnel is, stuff like that. And so that's what research and analysis is. But also I'd like to mention just being aware about what your content's going to do, like who it's going to reach, what solution is it giving, what's going to make someone want to, go from that video to following you, to then going down your funnel and, getting your lead magnet, stuff like that. Kind of just got to put yourself in the viewer's shoes. And that's also analysis. That's like being aware of the content that you're making. And so those are those two things that really go into content. But when it comes to the other end of quality, when it comes to like the actual quality of your videos, like how they really look, you want to either practice editing yourself, or you want to find a quality editor that's going to be able to do the edits that you want to do in the style that you want. But when it comes to like everything on your end, like filming, like making that great, I'll kind of briefly like walk you through like what my setup looks like. Even though that's not a huge variable to your success, it does matter because people have to actually enjoy looking at like the video they're watching. And so if they see some effort went into the lighting, the audio quality, the camera quality, stuff like that, it's just a variable that kind of adds to your likelihood of succeeding, of actually getting reach on social media. And so I'll walk you through those things for me right now. So when it comes to the quality of your videos, like doing everything on your end to make sure that you have the best quality videos, that when you send it to the editor, it is the best looking stuff. People are going to see it as appealing and want to watch it. Of course, it is somewhat of an important variable because people have to want to actually see and consume the content you're making. And if it looks good, it's a great reason for people to keep scrolling and keep watching it and get more watch time for yourself. And so what that looks like as a creator, as someone growing a personal brand, is having things like good audio quality. So having a good mic, whether it be something like this, like a standard mic, this is a Shure right here. It's a pretty solid mic. You can also get a shotgun mic, attach it to your camera. You could get a wireless mic. And even if you're just filming on a phone, you can get a wireless mic. I think Newer has some, and you can just connect that to your phone and get some good audio quality. But besides that, you also have like the scenery of your shot. And so the character the character and the depth that you're showing in your shot by having an interesting background, you want to do some thinking, put some thought into that, get some background stuff, get some posters, some hats, simple stuff like that, so that it's just more character, more depth. It's more interesting, more appealing to watch. And the last thing One of the last things is really just the quality of your video too. So, you know, having an iPhone is okay. If you have a decent iPhone and you can shoot in 4K, that's totally fine. But getting something at some point like a Sony camera is pretty helpful too. And you don't have to go crazy with that. You can even get something like you know, ZV-10, which I have right now. It does, I really like it myself. But that's not an absolute must. What you could do that's more important, which is a lot cheaper, is just simple lighting upgrades. And so like for me, I have like a newer softbox light right there. You can get just any sort of softbox. It will do the job, help out a lot. You just want to make sure the lighting is good. Right? You can also get something like this, like a little ring light to kind of be like a hair light, where that's going to be like over here. And then this is going to be like on the back of my hair right there to just, you know, add more character, make it more appealing in the first place. But those are really the simple things that you could do on your end before sending that footage to an editor or editing it yourself, so that it's actually really appealing and the quality at the end of the day is high. And so this was a pretty basic video, just my honest advice to anyone looking to start growing a personal brand, become a content creator, from the lessons I've picked up over the past few months scaling my own personal brand. So I hope this was valuable to you. If it was, go ahead and drop a subscribe below. Stay tuned for the next videos. And if you do want to join a community, a free Discord server where other creative, like-minded people are growing their personal brands, growing their businesses, things like that, I will leave a link below to my Discord server. You can go ahead and check that out, get access to my free newsletter, a ton of free guides on social media, monetizing, business, stuff like that. And so with that said, I'll catch you in the next video.